6:30.
Good evening, everyone. Seeing that it is 6:30 p.m., I will call the May 26, 2020 Planning Commission meeting to order. Let the roll reflect that Commissioner Awad is absent and the other commissioners are present virtually via Zoom. Tonight's Planning Commission meeting will be held virtually by using Zoom. As chair, I will be leading the Planning Commission meeting, and the public is welcome to participate when invited throughout the meeting. If attendees experience audio problems, we suggest you leave the meeting and then rejoin. This has usually fixed the issue. Additional instructions on how to participate are posted online at www.burnsvillemn.gov and the public meeting calendar. As usual, tonight's meeting is available for viewing on BCTV and on the city's website. If you are unable to participate this evening and would like to submit public testimony, I encourage you to email your comments to city staff or mail your comments directly to City Hall. You may participate in the meeting tonight online by going to https://zoom.us/join and typing in meeting ID 966-3704-2664. Once you are logged into the meeting, please use the chat feature to tell the moderator which item you wish to speak to. You may also call into the meeting at 651-372-8299. For each public hearing, there will be an opportunity for callers to speak to that specific item, and I will provide more instructions then. Your call will be muted until that time. Please note there will be a slight delay due to the differences in technology. If speaking by phone, please mute your computer since there may be a delay. So now moving on to tonight's agenda. The first item on the agenda is the adoption of the agenda. Staff, any changes?
None from staff.
Commissioners, any changes? Is there a motion? Commissioner Timmerman.
I'd like to move approval of the agenda.
Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner, I'm sorry,
Robert.
who was that? Robert, Commissioner Roberts, okay. Any discussion? Seeing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Anderson.
Aye.
Commissioner Henderson.
Aye.
Commissioner John.
Aye.
Commissioner Roberts.
Aye.
Commissioner Timmerman.
Aye.
Okay, the agenda has been adopted. The second item on the agenda is to approve the minutes from the May 11th, 2020 Planning Commission meeting. Staff, any changes?
None from staff.
Commissioners, any changes? Is there a motion? Commissioner John.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Thank you. Commissioner Roberts.
I second.
Great, thank you. Any further discussion? Okay, can I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Anderson.
Aye.
Commissioner Henderson.
Aye.
Commissioner John.
Aye.
Commissioner Roberts.
Aye.
Commissioner Timmerman.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, next up on the agenda is a public hearing on the application of Ahmetshin Properties LLC for a conditional use permit amendment for an open sales rental lot used for vehicles in the B4 Highway Commercial Preliminary and Final Plat of A1 Lot Commercial Subdivision of Ahmetshin Addition located at 1608 Highway 13 West, presented by Assistant Community Development Director Regina Dean.
Thank you, Chair Henderson. The applicant has requested, or actually staff is requesting that we table the item to allow staff and the applicant additional time to review and make changes to the application and the content of the application. The applicant is aware and agreeable to this. So we're asking that the commission table the item to allow us to republish the item to the next planning commission meeting.
Great, thank you. Commissioners, any discussion? Commissioner Roberts,
I move that we table this until further notice.
Commissioner Timmerman,
Second.
any further discussion? Seeing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Anderson,
Aye.
Commissioner Henderson,
Aye.
Commissioner John,
Aye.
Commissioner Roberts,
Aye.
Commissioner Timmerman.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Item number 4 on the agenda is a public hearing on the application of the City of Burnsville for a zoning ordinance amendment to Title 10 zoning, including Chapter 4 definitions, Chapter 7 general provisions, Chapter 12 R1 one family residential district, Chapter 22 B3 general business district, Chapter 22A B4 highway commercial, Chapter 22A1 commercial recreation district, Chapter 22B heart of the city district, and Chapter 22C mixed use district to incorporate revised standards for farmers markets and temporary seasonal outdoor sales uses presented by Economic Development Coordinator Jamie Sheffer.
Thank you, Chair. All right. The purpose for this item is for the Planning Commission to hold a public hearing to consider changes as presented and to allow for public comment. Specific changes were outlined in the attached redlined ordinance with the background. Next slide, please. This is a 2020 work plan item, and we did have preliminary discussions at the previous meeting on May 11th. And the goal is to simplify the ordinances and encourage more farmers markets and community activities. Next slide, please. Research was conducted by a hired consultant. They did an assessment of the current codes, a general overview of farmers market needs, and an analysis of 12 market communities plus Bloomington, Minneapolis, and St. Paul to look at permits, site plans, zoning, hours, duration, performance standards, and layouts. Next slide, please. The recommended changes include repealing the entire farmers market section 47 and amending section 48, temporary seasonal outdoor sales uses, to include farmers markets and to simplify the requirements and performance standards within. Other recommended changes include adding temporary seasonal outdoor sales and farmers markets as accessory uses in R1 and the heart of the city. And the recommended setbacks increased for 1 to 19 vendors to 100 feet from a residential building, and for 20 plus vendors to 150 feet from a residential building. And that will work for the current farmers markets that we have in the community. Another recommendation is more detailed application and site plan requirements, which allows us to eliminate the strict parking restrictions. Increased days per week for farmers markets from 1 to 3, and limiting the hours of operation from 8 to 7 with setup in residential areas not beginning until 7 a.m. And recommending to allow in zoning districts R1 commercial heart of the city, mixed use, and industrial. We did some more initial outreach since the last meeting, and I still have not received any public comment. And so we are recommending that the Planning Commission recommend to the City Council to pass the ordinance as presented in the background. With that, I can stand for any questions.
Great, thank you. Commissioners, any discussion or questions? Commissioner John?
Well, thank you again. Is there any changes from the last time you presented? Everything basically the same? It didn't look any different to me. Is there any changes by the city council or anybody else?
Just the setback requirement. We made sure that that was going to work for the existing farmers markets. So that's 150 feet. I think we had it at 200 at the last meeting.
Okay.
And then just some little things within the draft ordinance that weren't substantial.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other comments, commissioners? Okay, seeing none, I will open the public hearing at 6:41 p.m. If there is any members of the public on the Zoom meeting wishing to speak, you may do so. The moderator will unmute you. At that time, please state your name and address for the record. Okay, and it doesn't appear to be anybody on the Zoom meeting. And then also, it doesn't appear that there's anybody calling in at this time. So I will close the public hearing then at 6:42 p.m. Commissioners, any other comments or discussion? Is there a motion? Commissioner Roberts?
I move to accept this based on what's presented by staff today. I move that we approve it.
Commissioner Timmerman?
Second.
Any further discussion? Okay, seeing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Anderson,
Aye.
Commissioner Henderson,
Aye.
Commissioner John,
Aye.
Commissioner Roberts,
Aye.
Commissioner Timmerman,
Aye.
Okay, so motion carries, and this item will be on the City Council's June 2nd meeting agenda. The last item on the agenda is updates. Staff, do you have any updates?
Yes, all items from the last Planning Commission meeting were approved on the City Council consent agenda. And the next Planning Commission meeting is June 8th, which is a Monday.
Thank you. Commissioners, any updates? Okay. So I just wanted to remind everybody before we signed off today that members of the public may submit additional comments relating to the items of this evening's Planning Commission meeting agenda until 4:30 p.m. on Friday, May 29th. These comments will be included with the City Council background for consideration at their next meeting. With that, is there a motion to adjourn? Commissioner Roberts,
I move to adjourn.
is there a second?
I'll second that.
Was that Commissioner John?
It was.
Okay,
Sorry, I didn't make sure.
that's okay. Any further discussion? Seeing none, can I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Anderson,
Aye.
Commissioner Henderson,
Aye.
Commissioner John,
Aye.
Commissioner Roberts,
Aye.
Commissioner Timmerman.
Aye.
Motion carry, and we are adjourned at 6:44 p.m. Thank you, everybody.